Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Slingin Dirt. As we get ready for another great week of racing, we appreciate you sitting down and talking a little dirt track racing. Bud, you want to do topics first or you want to do results first?
You know, either way's fine with me. I kind of want to talk topics because, boy, right before you and I go to air, we're sitting here hashing it out on a bunch of things.
And this may not be the best place for this conversation because it has a lot to do with NASCAR, but it also crosses down into the dirt track world because there are female drivers.
Yeah.
And the reference we're talking about is Kyle Petty's comments about Danica Patrick not being a racer, being someone that can go fast, but not being a racer.
And you're absolutely correct when you say there's a lot of young ladies and mothers and whatnot racing on the dirt. And, you know, racing's racing. The one thing I was getting ready to tell you before we went to air is the only thing I'm going to say good about Kyle Petty on this whole issue is I'm looking at all the YouTube clips and on his interviews. He has such a free-spirited mind that he just says the hell with it, and he speaks what's on his mind. Now, I'm not saying that what he says is right, but he's free-spirited enough that he thinks he can go out there, but he's a jackass.
I completely disagree with you. I think he sits there and says, what can I say today that will rile the most feathers?
I know, but the fact that he's got enough...
Because I've got a Petty last name, and for the longest time while my daddy was doing all of the media and I was getting some attention, I'm not getting it anymore, so I need to make comments so that I can renew my contract with Speed and with Fox and with ESPN, and I can make a little bit of money because people don't give two flips about me anymore.
But it takes a lot of balls to do that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't,
You
buddy.
don't think so?
No, not at all. It doesn't take any balls at all to make some off-the-wall comment. You know what? I don't like Shaylee Bates' hair. I think she has okay hair. What gonads did that take? That didn't take anything. I don't think Shaylee Bates is a real racer. Now, I don't actually believe that, but I could say anything I want to.
Okay,
I think Kyle Petty is a dumb redneck. That's what I truly do think.
I agree with you that he's a dumb redneck. I'm just saying I respect the fact that he's got enough gall to go out there and say what's on his mind. Do I agree with it? Absolutely not. Danica is a racer. There's a lot of people out there that would love to have a shot at NASCAR, and we've, you know, on the Legends of the Dirt on the front stretch and some of the drivers here on the Slingin Dirt, there's a lot of dirt drivers that can make it in NASCAR.
Absolutely.
They just don't have the money. Does that mean that they're not a racer because they're not in NASCAR? Shut the hell up, Kyle. I'm just saying I respect the fact that he goes out there and he says that.
It's the same irritating argument that people say, oh, well, golfers aren't real athletes. Oh, well, NASCAR drivers aren't real athletes. An athlete is someone that competes for a common goal against another competitor. That's an athlete. Shut the front door, okay? Just you're sparsing words because they can't bench 400 pounds like the offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys can, or they can't run a 4.340. Okay, that doesn't just qualify just one person to be an athlete.
I tell you what, you listen to a lot of the dirt track racers, and we've had a lot of women drivers out here on the Slinger in the front stretch. But the one thing I hear all the time when we're interviewing them or I'm interviewing another driver about racing against women, here's what I respect about the dirt community. They're just another driver. They're not sitting there going, well, it's a woman. They don't need to be here. The drivers in the dirt world have, even though we fight and argue and bicker from time to time.
Who, you and me?
No, not you and me. Me and other drivers or drivers and other drivers. They argue and bicker.
Yeah.
But there's a common respect there where they're just another driver.
Here's Kyle Petty's, and what I think Kyle Petty's doing. He's pissed off that she hasn't gone through the ringer, supposedly. Okay, she's apparently had a golden path to sit down in that 10 car. Let me say it. Let me finish it. And that he feels that she got an unfair advantage because A, she had GoDaddy behind her, and B, she's a she. Because she's a woman, and NASCAR wanted to be this big media Mongol with a female driver. Now, everyone can agree the first 10 races, there was tons of pub about Danica. It's died off a little bit. And it's come down to, this is her rookie season. Relax. Nobody does great their rookie season, okay? And Danica has money behind her. You think she's the first driver in NASCAR, female or not, to get an unfair advantage because she has money behind her? You're completely oblivious to society if you think she's the first one. Tony Stewart gets advantages because, okay, he won down on the lower circuits and he got money behind him, so he got to come up a little bit quicker than others. There's drivers that have had plenty of money behind them, but they aren't worth anything. Kyle Petty is one of them that comes to mind.
10 years, 8 races. I mean, you're not exactly setting the world on fire, Kyle.
That guy was nothing but a lap car for his entire career. Nothing but a lap car. But he got money because his name was Petty. So don't sit there and he's got no room to even think that she doesn't deserve to be up there.
A couple of things that he said that stands out in one of his interviews was, there's a lot of drivers in NASCAR that can go fast, but they can't race. I want to see racing. I want to see her picking spots off. The only time she picks spots off is when cars fall out, wreck, or something like that. Well, you know what? There's some truth to that, but there's some untruth to that. She's raced good. I was just thinking, coming over here tonight, was it Richmond or Bristol where they were touting her? Martinsville. They said there's veteran drivers that have raced their whole careers there that can't figure the track out, and here she goes out and she finished, I want to say 12th, 15th, something like that.
It wasn't in the top. I don't think she was in the top. Well, she was. Yeah. I think you're right. I think it was about 11th or 12th.
11th or 12th.
And she fought back. Because it was her very first time at that track. She went 2-3 laps down, I think. Great pit strategy, got her back on the lead lap, and she was able to start picking cars off. There was more than 11 cars.
And then I'm sitting here going, Kyle, you got 10 years, 8 races. 10 years. That's on an average about, 360 races, 36 races a year? Yep. 360 races. How long's Danica really been full bore in Cup again? Remind me?
17 races.
17 races. Holy shit, Kyle.
In Sprint Cup, by the way.
Holy crap. Holy Kyle. Or holy crap, Kyle.
His comment that there's a lot of drivers out there that can go fast, but they aren't racers.
Yeah, but he ain't picking them out. And then the other, he's singling her out because she's a woman. She's not the first woman to ever sit in NASCAR, you idiot.
She's no Juan Pablo Montoya, or she's no Tony Stewart, or she's no Jimmy Johnson. Nobody is.
Here's the great thing. Juan Pablo Montoya. Did you hear what he said about Juan Pablo Montoya? He's one of the greatest will, man. But you know what? Who took out the jet dryer?
That wasn't because of a driver mistake, though.
I know.
But Juan Pablo Montoya is a good driver.
No, he is.
He's a great driver, and we've seen.
I don't know if I'd consider him the best wheelman in NASCAR right now.
Not at all. I would consider him one of the best overall race car drivers. Only, in my opinion, to be beaten by Tony Stewart, because Tony has won championships where Juan has not. But Juan is still an incredibly talented driver. Here's my issue, though. If you're going to sit there and compare probably 5 of the best drivers in NASCAR actively right now, I would say Tony Stewart's up there. Jimmy Johnson, obviously.
Kyle
Busch is in there. Would you put Clint Bowyer in there?
Yes. Carl Edwards?
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's take those 5 drivers. Then the drivers that are 20th on back or 15th on back, on a season's average, have no hope of even competing close to those guys' level, because those are freak talented drivers. Jimmy Johnson is probably the most talented driver right now.
Think about this. In the dirt, we go to Denison every Friday night. There's a lot of drivers up there that there's a lot of talent at Crawford County Speedway. Yeah. I've been telling people this.
Oh, yeah.
But there's drivers that have talent that have been doing this for years, that have perfected their talent, and then there's drivers that literally have that God-given gift to drive. And I'm not going to name names.
I'm going to go ahead and name some names just because.
In the dirt.
Somebody like.
God-given talent. Name one. I'll take Jesse Sabine.
No, of course.
And we're not saying that sarcastically.
I'm not making fun of you on that. I'm saying, of course, the guy does have some damn good talent. And, if you want to fight me on it, I'd be glad to go the numbers on it, because he is a talented driver, hands down. Chris Abelson is in there, too.
No.
Doug Smith is in there, too. Some talented drivers, okay?
Yep.
Now, there's drivers that are just getting into the sport mods.
I would say either just getting in, or they've been driving for a while, and they know how to wheel a car, and they know how to pass cars. They know how. Okay, a guy that comes to mind in the sport mods, Steve Reitz, GOAT. I wouldn't consider him to have a God's given gift to drive the wheels off of a car, but he's been doing it for so long, and he's had so much practice that he has that gift now. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not a knock against Steve by no means.
Crawford County fans, let me explain it to you this in the same sense as Kyle Petty is trying to say. Okay, if I'm going to try to compare Alex Reitz, who's the driver of the 1AR modified, has not had a good season, and he's not a very good driver. That would be my Kyle Petty comments. But if you actually sit back and look at it, this is Alex Reetz's first time in a modified. He just sat down in a modified. It's his rookie season.
I tell you what, for handling a 700-horse car, he's doing pretty good.
He's not doing bad, exactly. But if you want to look at the broad perspective and just look at the numbers and say, well, Danica's not doing very good because she's finishing in the 20s, not a lot of drivers finish up in the top 10 in their rookie season. That doesn't happen anymore. This is too incredibly talented of a sport. And you go to tracks like, it's like trying to go to the Boone Super Nationals in your rookie year and winning it.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
No.
Kyle Petty is an idiot in my book. I didn't have respect for him before because he would always make these offhand comments. And he really, really went over the top with his Danica comments because I think he may believe it, but I think he's just a dumb redneck that's pissed off that a woman is in his sport. That's honestly what I think.
I tell you what, let's be fair to the dirt track world. We can go Eagle. Let's go Eagle and Denison because we have more familiarity with those drivers. Yep. Female drivers, who stands out? When you think of a top-notch female driver at those tracks, you go first, Crawford County.
I'm going to probably go Deb Brosh.
Over Kara Webb.
Well, yeah, because Kara Webb's only raced 4 or 5 times in her Sport Compacts. Deb was the 2012 Sport Compact champion. She won a race and several heat races last year. She's doing better this year after having a lot of equipment issues early in the season. I think Deb's a more talented driver than Kara, only because Deb has another year of experience.
She has more seat time.
Exactly.
But Kara's no slouch.
No, and Kara's getting better.
Kara's getting better. Absolutely.
She's went from finishing in the 20s to in the teens to in the top 10s, and right before she destroyed her car, she was battling for a feature win.
I go to Eagle Raceway. Number one female driver, hands down, Shaylee Bade. Second place in the sprint cars. She's taken and there's drivers in every division at Eagle that are female drivers, and they're not bad. But I'm going with the top-notch, what should be the toughest division to race in, the sprint cars. Shaylee Bade's going out there against Mike Boston. Shoot, last Saturday night, she led most of the feature, and then Mike got around on a restart and walked away with it. But she's going out there with some top-notch veteran drivers. She's really good. Another driver up and coming in sprint cars, Lacey Tuttle. We got Amanda Riley in the Sport Compacts. These are drivers, good drivers. And I'm not singling them out because they're women, but because of the Kyle Petty issue, we are talking about women.
Yeah, we do need to focus on them because eventually any racers out there that would love to just put them into the wall because you don't want to get beat by a girl, get over it. They're here. And they're going to beat you from time to time.
Here's an idea. Me being a veteran dirt tracker, here's an idea. How about we embrace the female drivers? Because exactly what Kyle had said that Danica did for NASCAR. Look at the publicity and look at the fans that she brought to NASCAR. As a male driver, we need to embrace these female drivers, make them feel at home because they're bringing new fans to the sport. So why would you want to bite the hand that feeds the sport? Because it's stupid.
Because he's a dumb redneck. That's why.
And he's got bad hair.
Oh, God. He absolutely infuriates me. Makes me want to do really good at this and get hired over at Speed to get him out of there. That's what it makes me want to do. And we should also say that we don't hear stories of people being horrible to the female drivers in the local dirt area. We're just saying, please don't be Kyle Petty's and be dumb rednecks.
One of the things I do is I like to be pitted next to the female drivers because I know they're going to get the fans to come down.
No, that's just because you enjoy the scenery. Don't lie.
That might be a secondary issue.
There's a reason why the one night that I did pit reporting at Crawford County, I was over at Kara Webb's hauler pretty quickly.
Well, Kara Webb herself is pretty good looking.
Well, no kidding. That's what I'm saying. She's easy on the eyes, and she's a good conversation. So listen, and when it comes down to interviewing Buddy Ray or Kara Webb,
you're taking Kara Webb.
I hate to break it to you. Even if it comes down to, I think he'll agree with me. If it comes down to interviewing Jesse Sobbing or Kara Webb.
Kara Webb.
I'm going to go talk to Kara Webb, or even Tara Longnecker that races it.
Tara Longnecker, she's a cutie.
She's getting really good over that. She was holding her own last week at Crawford. Anyways, let's talk results. You want to go Eagle or I-80 first because we're doing Nebraska tracks this week?
Let's do I-80 first.
Okay. Hey, before we get to the results at I-80, can we talk about the meet and greet?
Yeah.
The Silver Dollar Nationals meet and greet?
There's a Silver Dollar Nationals meet and greet?
If you missed the announcement on Sunday during the front stretch, we put together a meet and greet. Now, get this name. This is something that took me quite a while to come up with. It's the Silver Dollar Nationals meet and greet presented by the front stretch.
How long did it take you to think of that one?
There was a lot of time on my thinking post in my office to kind of come up with that.
Is that what all the sticky notes are?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
So it's going down July 20th, Saturday, July 20th, at Quaker Steak and Lube in Council
It's going to be
Bluffs.
a hell of a time, I'm telling you.
From 11 to 1, and you're going to get the opportunity to meet drivers like Kenny Schrader. The Kenny Schrader from NASCAR.
The Kenny Schrader.
Not just some guy named Kenny Schrader. This is the Kenny Schrader.
Well, thank you, sir. Dang nice to hear to be you. Can't wait to meet y'all.
That exact Kenny Schrader. And then you'll get to meet someone like the 2012 Silver Dollar Nationals champion
Brian Burkhofer. Berkey.
The Berkey, along with Kyle Burke, who is the 2013 Charlie Clark Memorial winner, also known as the Marquette Missile. You'll get to meet a driver like Scott Bloomquist.
The Voodoo Child.
The driver, the number 0 late model who comes out to the Silver Dollar Nationals every year. He'll be there. Did I forget anybody? Kyle Burke, Scott Bloomquist, Brian Burkhofer, Kenny Schrader. We've got one more mystery driver we're working on.
So far, I think we've got Don O'Neill's in there. He's been voted in. Travis Dickus has been voted in. Kelly Bowen's been voted in.
But
Chad
what
Simpson.
I'm talking about, though, is one more mystery driver we're working on. We don't want to announce them just in case they can't make it.
Yep.
But then we set up something special to where we are doing a voting for a fan vote. So you fans can vote on who you want to come and be at the meet and greet. So we've got a page set up. Head over to the front stretch. Just type in the front stretch on Facebook, and there's a poll question there. Who would you want to be in it?
Who's our current leader as of this recording?
Kelly Bowen. 26 votes. Terry Phillips is second with 11 votes. Let's see. Billy Moyer's in there. Travis Dickus Racing. He jumped out to an early start, but he stalled out recently. He's got 7 total people. Total
These
votes.
are some all-star names that the fans are voting in.
You know, Chad Simpson's in there.
Really?
9
Chad
votes.
Simpson. Wow.
So the top 5 drivers as of Wednesday at 5 o'clock will go into the finals.
Wednesday, so today, 5 o'clock.
Right. By 5 o'clock tonight, we'll lock out the voting.
Can we go a little longer than that? And here's why. Because there's going to be a lot of people that may want to vote, but they have to work till 5. Can we go 10 o'clock?
I don't know if I'll be up till 10 o'clock. I'm kind of old.
You are not.
I'll be up at 10 o'clock. Okay, that's fine. We'll go till 10 o'clock. So get your voting in, and you can vote multiple times. I discovered that. You can vote multiple times, not for the same person, but if you want to meet Kelly Bowen or Travis Dickus, you can vote for both of them. Yeah, I found that out. I kind of stumbled upon it. So anyways, go vote for them. We're going to take the 5 top vote getters, and they're going to be in the final balloting. And from Wednesday at 10:01 p.m. until Sunday morning when we're live on the front stretch, we'll announce the final name. Okay, so head over to the front stretch. Also, we have a page set up to where you can invite friends to the Silver Dollar Nationals meet and greet. So get over there. Right now, we've got a lot of people that are going to come. You're going to come. I'm going to come. Hunter Weber said he's going to be there. Luke Cochran, who's been on the show before.
Cochran from Fuse Weekly is going to be there.
He's going to be on there. You may know this young fella, Andrew Kaziski.
Who's Andrew Kaziski?
He's a little late model driver at I-80 Speedway.
Yeah,
used to come and do the show with
the little midget. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyways, it's the Silver Dollar Nationals meet and greet. You can get autographs. You can get photos. It's going to be a great time.
20% off with your...
Here's your kicker.
Yeah.
Get your Silver Dollar Nationals ticket today. Okay, you'll have your actual physical ticket in hand once you get it from the I-80 box office.
You can't get them at the track.
Right.
You cannot get the Silver Dollar National tickets at the track.
Please do not go to the track and get it. And this part you really need to pay attention to. Right away, as soon as you get your tickets, they will be at I-80's box office, which is a part of Kaziski Auto Parts, 5040 I Street, 51st and I Street, okay? Go down there and pick up your tickets. You've got your ticket in hand. You take that ticket over to Joe's Karting, now that it's July, and you can punch it for one free race.
If you've never been to Joe's, we're going to comp you a day pass, give you a free race, and then after that, if you want to buy another race, which most people will, then you'll have to buy like a $3 day pass.
I buy 3 races at a time. It's a little bit of a discount that goes on my account.
Yep.
I never have to worry about it again because I pay. It's like $33 for 3 races,
something
as
like that,
opposed to it would be $30 or $40
some dollars, yeah,
for 3 individual races. So I just put them on my account, and they're always there.
Oh yeah.
So after you're done with that ticket, then you know hold on to it. Come out to the meet and greet. You get 20% off your bill at Quaker Steak and Lube. All food items. Can't discount beer. There's laws there and contracts with beer companies, but 20% off your food bill. Then you could take that ticket and go to the front of the meet and greet lines. So you could be the first one to meet Scott Bloomquist if you're the first one there with the Silver Dollar Nationals meet and greet. And I actually went online the other day. I bought myself a Scott Bloomquist diecast car. I'm going to have him autograph it. And that baby's going up in my memorabilia booth. Right in my basement, I've got a little area set up with all my stuff, including my helmet from last year's Silver Dollar Nationals that I got courtesy of the Holiday Horsepower Drive. So that's all going down Saturday, July 20th, but we're not done there. We're not done. This is like an infomercial. Billy Mays here for Silver Dollar Nationals meet and greet. We're not done there. We've got Hunter Hayes. Take it away.
Hunter Hayes.
Hunter Hayes or Hunter Weber, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, Hunter Weber.
Please don't tell him I said that.
Seeing as how we recorded this.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm in trouble now.
Well, guess what we're going to be doing over at Joe's Karting? That Thursday, Trevor Hunt, 14-year-old USMTS hot shoe, from 2 to 4 that Thursday will be at Joe's Karting for a meet and greet. He'll have the hauler, the car, everything's going to be there, everything. Get to see and meet the whole family, see the operation. He'll be there. Pay attention to the Slingin Dirt in the front stretch because there's more to follow on that.
And again, that's Thursday the 18th.
Thursday the 18th, I'm racing I-80 that night. It's a weekly show. They let the USMTS and the late model guys practice late that night after the show's done. So me and Trevor will both be leaving Joe's about 4 o'clock-ish to head out to the track. We don't want to be stuck in Omaha rush hour traffic with a big semi.
Yeah.
So, no, he's going to be there from 2 to 4, signing autographs. I talked to you, I think.
Can you race with him?
Oh, yeah.
Can you race against him?
Yeah, he's going to be on the track racing.
Oh, I'm taking him on. I'm taking him on.
You're going to get your ass kicked.
Yes, I am, but I'm taking him on.
You're going to get your ass kicked by a 14-year-old.
I don't care. It wouldn't be the first time. And I got my ass kicked by a girl, too.
Wait till you meet him.
Yeah.
He is so well-spoken.
He sat down with us at Quaker Steak and Lube one night, didn't he?
No, he hasn't met it with us yet. But Trevor Hunt is so mature that there's no way you would think that he's 14.
I keep doing that. I'm thinking Hunter Weber.
Hunter Weber.
Okay, my mistake. Sorry about that. So, Trevor Hunt will be at the meet and greet Thursday, July 18th.
That's at Joe's Karting.
2 to 4 at Joe's Karting. Is there anything I need to buy to get in the door?
Nope.
I can just come in and meet him?
Just come in and meet him.
Hang out. All right. So that goes down July 18th, and then we got the Silver Dollar Nationals meet and greet presented by the Front Stretch. Fantastic name. Saturday, July 20th from 11 to 1. So
there's a lot going on at the Silver Dollar Nationals.
We're doing everything we can to help promote the racing in the area. And by the way, this just goes without saying, but any tracks out there, if you want us to come out and help you out with doing anything, it's not like we're trying to sit here and say that we're some fantastic marketing machine, but we have listeners, we have people to follow us. Just let us know about an event, and we will be glad to promote it.
I got another event.
Oh, boy.
The True Grid Challenge this Saturday.
Yeah, I'm coming to that. I'm I'm excited about that.
Actually, I will actually be at Shelby County that night racing.
Are you really serious?
I'm dead serious.
God damn it. All right, let's talk results from I-80 now that we're done pubbing our events. Let's start with Sport Compacts. Top 5 results. Coming home in 5th will be is Kenny Roberts out of Lincoln, Nebraska.
Kenny Roberts?
Yep, wrong. I'm on the wrong page. No, what the heck?
I'm showing Ole Olsen.
Well, yeah, top 5. Yeah. I'm going with 5th place, Kenny Roberts.
I'm seeing Ole Olsen. Hornets A feature.
Where in the heck?
June 28th, 2013, I-80.
Yeah, I was on the wrong page. All right, so top 5 results from I-80 on June 28th. Out of Carter Lake, Iowa, Ole Olsen came home in 5th. Dan Markham came home in 4th out of Platt Smith, Nebraska. Jamie Spannell out of Omaha came home with a 3rd-place finish. Dave Christensen all the way back from 8th to take home a runner-up from Ashland, Nebraska. And Jay DeVries out of Spencer, Iowa came home with the win.
I'm pretty sure that's Jay DeVries. And if it's who I think it is, I believe his dad is Lou DeVries. Yeah. Out of Sioux City that does engine rebuilding in tech and stuff. Okay. Super great guy.
Yeah, nice guy. I got to talk to him.
I would love to have him on the show sometime.
We'll have to try to get that happen. Maybe Maybe. So, how did the B-Mods fare?
B-Mods in the A feature, taking home 5th place. Ron Tex Jr. out of Papillion, Nebraska, in that 40T car. Interesting seeing Ron Tex up there. I think Sean Harker in the other 40 car, I think he's helping Sean Harker. Ron Tex comes from the late model days. Dusty Blake taking home 4th place, starting 10th. Sean Harker in the 40 car. Started 6th, taking home 3rd out of Nebraska City, Nebraska. Cody Olson, there's a familiar name, in the 777, started 5th, taking home 2nd. And Tony Roast, car number 69, started 3rd, taking home the win in the B-Mods.
Who's your honorable mention? Who's your biggest mover and shaker?
I would have to say, it'd have to be looking down there. I'm thinking Nathan Kobus, 13th to 8th out of Lincoln, Nebraska. He's actually an Eagle Raceway car, and his brother, Anthony Kobus, right there out of David City, Nebraska. Neither one of them really race I-80 that much, and so to be top 10, I mean, wow, that's impressive. Hey, look who's down there in that 10th place. Familiar name.
Hey, I talked to Lee Ackerman this week, and he said that they were going to come out there and start racing. So
yeah, and look at number 12.
It's good to see the Scott brothers. So Keegan Scott took home 10th.
You know
Logan
what?
Scott took home 12th.
Okay, I want to change my honorable mention, and I get to call an audible on this one. Look at 15th. Jason Hobscheit.
Yeah.
Or no, I was thinking Jacob. Jacob is the 12-year-old. Jason is the father.
Okay.
Yeah, because Jacob Hobscheit, 12 years old, running a B-Mod at I-80. How cool is that?
That's nice. Good job for Jacob.
So how about the A-Mods?
In 5th, Jake Hoffelman out of Columbus, Nebraska. Came home with the top 5 finish. In 4th, Clint Homan out of Bellevue. 4th, Dylan Smith. 3rd place, Luke Waniger, the 2012 Charlie Clark Memorial winner out of Jefferson, Iowa. Started 5th, came home 2nd, and the Marquette Missile, Kyle Burke, came home started on the pole, ended it on the pole. Went from flag to flag on the pole. So Kyle Burke gets the win in the 33Z A-Mod. In
your MLRA CBC A feature.
Hey, what's CBC? Do you know?
Corn Belt. I want to say Corn Belt Clash, but I don't think that's right.
Okay. Is it? It's a series like the SLMR?
Yeah,
like the MLR? Okay.
And then the MLRA is Midwest Late Model Racing Association. Yeah. The CBC, God forbid, help me, I can't remember it, but it's like a co-sanctioned race, I believe.
Okay, and let me ask you this other question while I'm asking you questions too. Pro-Ams and stock cars, are they the same thing like Hornets and Sport Compacts?
Yes, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Now, in this MLRA race, here's the interesting thing. Some of these people are going to be, some of the people in this A-feature results, they're going to be at the Silver Dollar Nationals.
Yep.
Quite a few of them, actually, and this might have been a precursors to see who's going to be there. I mean, wow. But 5th place, Chad Simpson. There's one of the voted.
He's one of the nominees to get into the fan vote?
Started 10th, finished 5th out of Mount Vernon, Iowa. Tony Jackson Jr., don't know a whole lot about him out of Lebanon. I can't speak tonight. Lebanon, Missouri. Started 8th, taking home 4th. Chris Simpson in the 32S. Started 13th, finished 3rd out of Oxford, Iowa. Tommy Weeder Jr. Now, here's a name that's probably going to be at the Silver Dollar Nationals. Started 2nd, taking home 2nd. And the Reaper, Ryan Guston out of Marshalltown, Iowa, in that late model. He's only been in a late model now for about a year, and I expect him to be at that Silver Dollar Nationals there, too.
Yep.
Honorable mention by far and away. Look at that 7th place. Who is that, Dan? 24th to 7th.
Hey, Mr. Terry Phillips out of Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're sitting here looking. I'm going to tell you right now, Ryan Guston's going to be at the Silver Dollar Nationals. Tommy Weeder's going to be at the Nationals. Chris Simpson, I would say yes. Chad Simpson, I know for a fact. Terry Phillips, yes.
Don't miss Travis Dickus.
I want to say he's going to be there, but it wouldn't shock me if he wasn't there.
Really?
He's more of a SLMR style series driver. Great driver. I just don't know if he has a car for this. He may, and hopefully he does.
Well, I think Andrew said he's running in the Silver Dollar Nationals.
If he does, that's great. I'm just looking at the list and telling you drivers that I know for a fact they're going to be there. Terry Phillips, Kyle Burke, John Anderson, who we want to get on the front stretch of the Slingin Dirt eventually. You're looking down there, Denny Eckrich, Will Vaught, Jesse Stovall, Chase Jungans will be here. I know that. Jason O'Brien, Dave Eckrich. I mean, the list goes down.
Bill Layton Jr. He'll race the Silver Dollar Nationals, won't he? I think he raced last year, didn't he?
If he did, I think he was. It would shock me if he wasn't there.
Yeah, I think he's going to be. Him and Andrew are both going to be.
Andrew, and Travis Dickus. I can almost 80% tell you that they're probably going to be there.
It's going to be a great show.
Oh, God.
The 3-day weekend. Thursday the 18th is B-Mods, and
it's going to be their weekly show. It's going to be like B-Mods, Pro-Ams,
and then the main late model race practice event will be on Thursday night.
Thursday night for the USMTS and the late models, and then you got the USMTS and the late models Friday and Saturday, with Saturday being the big shows.
Right. So get your tickets today at i-80speedway.com. You can get them online. If you get reserved seating, then you have to pick them up at the track starting Thursday the 18th. They cannot send them to the box office. So it's a little confusing. They're trying to do their best, but reserved seating is going through an outside website so that they can facilitate that entire thing, as to where grandstand GA tickets are going through the box office. So,
and I'm going to tell you right now, if you ain't getting your tickets now, you need to be hurrying, because the last 2 years that I've been there, those stands are packed.
27,000 to win this year.
That's more than I make in 8 years.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of coin. How about we head over to Eagle and see the results from there? We'll start with the IMCA sanctioned sport compacts. Coming home in 5th, Kenny Roberts out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Nice mover there. Started 14th, finished 5th. Amanda Riley out of Bennington, Nebraska. 4th place finish. Tanner Schmitz for Nebraska City, 3rd. Josh Johnson out of Lincoln came home in 2nd. And Ole Olsen started 8th, finished with the checkered flag on the lead lap. Came home with the victory from Carter Lake, Iowa.
You got any major honorable mentions? I'm thinking Kenny Roberts down there, 14th to 5th.
Well, Nicholas Jensen came up 8th position, started 16th, finished 8th. So that's outside of the top 5. Yeah, Nicholas would get my honorable mention, but biggest mover and shaker is Kenny Roberts.
In the IMCA Sport Mod division, Saturday night, 5th place goes to Nathan Kobus out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Started 6th, finished 5th. Adam Verbka, I'm going to come back to him in a second. Started 3rd, finished 4th. Benji Legg out of Beatrice, Nebraska. 14th, started 14th, finished 3rd. Joey Danley started 8th, finished 2nd. And Steve Swarthout started 5th, finished 1st. Swarthout, Danley, Legg. Those 3 all have prior feature wins.
Sorry. The way you said that, Swarthout, Danley, Legg. I was like, whose leg?
But the Adam Verbka, probably the best I've ever seen him run, hands down in the A feature. He led it for a while. He hung in there. He was a tough cookie. This was a kid that was at one time was scared to death to sit in a sport compact. Didn't talk a whole lot. He's really come out of his shell, and the maturity has shown. And man, being a veteran sport mod. Well, he's been racing sport mod for, I believe, 2 years now. But
So I just want to back up. You were saying he was terrified to sit down in a sport compact.
At one time, he was in a sport compact.
And now look at him. He's up in a sport mod. Okay,
he's up into sport mod now. He was sport mod last year, but this year he's really matured a lot, and it really, really, really shows. In our hobby stock feature, what do you got, Dan?
Coming home in 5th out of Beatrice, Nebraska, Ryan Warshevsky. Coming home in 4th, Travis Albrecht out of Lincoln, Nebraska, come home in 4th. Mike Hansen, Weeping Water, Nebraska, in the 94 car. Started 10th, finished 3rd. Dan Noonan out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Started 2nd, finished 2nd. Roy Armstrong up 7 positions. Started 8th, finished with the win out of Beatrice, Nebraska. It's Roy Armstrong.
My honorable mention in that is that the fact that you could... is the fact that you could pronounce number 5th place last name. That's my honorable mention.
I took a shot and I actually got it right. Biggest mover and shaker, Justin Bushbroom out of Lincoln, Nebraska.
There you go, Busboom.
I threw an R in there. Bus boom.
All right, in your IMCA AMOD feature division, 5th place, starting 8th at 4TW of Tim Ward out of Gilbert, Arizona. Dylan Smith, the Osceola Rocket, in that 95, started 11th, finished 4th. Roger Hayden.
Who's that guy?
Roger, that's not the Roger you're thinking. This is his son.
Oh, really?
In the 4 car, started 6th, taking home 3rd place. Phil Penny, it was awesome seeing Phil Penny back in action. Started 21st. Actually, in car 21, started 1st, finished 2nd. Shane Hyatt. Wow.
He was excited about that win.
I mean, congrats to Shane Hyatt and Shane Hyatt Racing. I mean, they've got it going on. Started 4th, finished 1st. Wanted to get over and see Shane Hyatt, but we had a lot of fans out in the pit stall, and I couldn't get over there in time. And by the time we did get over there, it looked like New York Times Square at New Year's Eve. I mean, I was letting him enjoy his moment.
In your 305s, coming home in 5th in the 95 car, Dan Satriano out of Papillion, Nebraska. Clint Benson came home in 4th. Terry Richards in 3rd. Shaylee Bade in 2nd. And Mike Boston from 11th to the win.
Mike Boston, I'm not letting you give the honorable mention to him.
Well, no, the rule is you can't give it to the top 5. Honorable mention goes for somebody outside of the top 5 that did the biggest moving and shaking, and that happens to be Brandon Horton. Started 19th, moved up to 11th.
I tell you what, this 305 sprint car class, this race saver class as they're called commonly, everybody wanted to give Roger Hayden a lot of crap over this.
I think it was just 2 guys.
No, there was a lot of people behind giving him crap, and he stuck to his guns. And if you look down there, I mean, you see a full field of 20 cars in that feature. 22 cars. 22. If we have 25 or more, we run a B. If there's 24 or less, all 24 will start the feature. If you go back through the results, you'll see that at one time we started with 12 cars in this class.
Yeah.
Last year we were down to 9 360s.
And he knew that right away. He said the car count's not going to be there to start off with, and I'm going to guarantee the purse.
Yeah, he never shied away.
Did he guarantee the purse for 2 years or 3 years?
I think 2 years.
I think it was 2 years, and he's looking pretty smart right now because, like you said, during the big races, there would be 20, 25 360s. But on a weekly basis, there'd be about 8 or 9. I mean, it's like the late models at Crawford right now. It's just a low turnout. And at some point in time, you just got to think, the purse we're paying out is not worth it at all.
It's not feasible.
No, not at all. So he made the right move with switching to the 305s, getting 22 cars there, and we'll just see how that continues to increase throughout the year.
Seeing as how we're talking Eagle Raceway, now is where I really want to go into the True Grit Challenge once again this Saturday, July 6th. It is a sanctioned IMCA hobby stock race, no entry fee, just pay your $20 pit pass to come on in. It's $1,000 to the winner. I believe $800 to second, $600 to third, $400 to fourth, fifth or sixth is $200. Now here's what Roger Hayden did. It pays $200 to win in a hobby stock race on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
All he did was take first place pay, dropped it down to fifth or sixth, one of those two, and you put the other $2,800 in those top 4 or 5 spots. And I tell you what, we're expecting a huge car count. You're going to that. I'm actually going to Shelby County. I actually have a family that lives over in Harlan. They wouldn't mind seeing me race over there. That's why I'm going over there.
Wait a minute. You got family that claims you? Mine won't claim me.
I got a few.
Well, that's not
You see
fair.
some of them at Denison. Dustin Polberg.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that's your nephew?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, then anything else we got to cover?
Oh, yeah, I went to Stuart International Speedway, and I tell you what, you talk about a freaking ride and a blast.
Where's that at?
It's 102 miles. Now, granted, we left Stuart Sunday night. We get on the interstate, and I see the little telltale green sign says Omaha, 102 miles. So, I want to say it's 40 miles west of Des Moines. Okay. Really easy. I mean, it's on the interstate.
That's got to be somewhat close to Newton Speedway then.
No, Newton's on the other side, on the east side of Des Moines.
Okay. You're on the west side.
We're on the west side.
Okay.
Yeah, in Stuart, you go down to like Walnut, Iowa. Walnut, Iowa is like a mile and a half. Stuart is like right there.
Yeah.
Like 2 blocks from this. But I tell you what, I went up there, and I got to give a shout out to Chuck Vanderheiden, one of the nicest, most laid-back promoters and owners I've ever seen.
We've talked to Chuck before, haven't we?
Yeah, we've talked to Chuck before, and I went up and introduced myself, and he had a riot. And you know what's really cool, Dan? There's a lot of people there that listen to the front stretch in the Slingin Dirt. I was really shocked. Everybody's coming up. They're like, oh, Buddy Ray's here. Buddy Ray's here.
Yeah.
And then I was, Buddy Ray, did you bring your car, bud? Did you bring your car? And I was like, no, I want to give a shout out to the Scouten family. Ari Scouten, 99 RE, sport mod driver from Eagle, 14 years of age.
I think we've done Legends of the Dirt on him.
Yeah. And him and his sisters are coming up, one of the two.
We did one on Too Tough to Tame.
Well, no, that was Too Tough to Tame Ava Gropp.
Who was Ari's?
Oh, by the way, Ava
Who's
Gropp.
Ari's sisters?
Lauren and Anna.
We did Anna. Lauren's about to come up.
It's funny you mentioned Too Tough to Tame Ava Gropp.
Yeah.
Saturday night, and we'll come back to Stuart. Saturday night, I'm at Eagle, and we're sitting there. We're listening to the national anthem.
Yeah, I heard that.
And it was one of the most sentimental, poignant moments of my racing career because you hear this little girl's voice singing the national anthem, and what nobody in the pits realized, it was Ava Gropp.
Yeah.
At 6-7 years of age in front of a couple thousand people singing the national anthem.
She did a good job.
Are you singing in front of the 2,000 people?
They don't allow me to, for good reason.
Yeah.
I have a horrible disease. It's called tone deafitis.
Tone deafitis.
Yeah, and I tend to make people bleed from the ears when I sing.
Did the crowd gave her a standing ovation,
Good.
and people on the back pit road in 2 to 4 or 2 to 3 at Eagle, they gave her a standing ovation. I mean, It was one of the poignant moments. But anyways, back to Stuart.
How was the car count?
You know, Stuart's hurting on car count.
Yeah.
It really is. But there's a lot of tracks hurting on car count. I mean, look at Denison Friday night. Our car count was down.
Somebody actually gave me a really good reason of why it was down. Because that was the beginning of the 4th of July week vacation. Was Friday night. Everyone got off work, and they've gone camping. If they're taking Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off from work, they left to go on vacation on Friday. So that could account for the 20 low cars.
That could. I mean,
because I don't know where else they went.
20 cars to an average listener may not sound like a lot, but 20 cars, that's an A-feature field at Denison. I mean, that's 3 or 4 heat races or 3 heat races and a feature. But no, the car count was low up there. It was kind of funny because I was in the driver's meeting and I'm looking at the lineups. You know, and I drive Sport Mod. So I naturally look at the Sport Mod, see where Ari's lined up. And I'm going, 1, 2, carry the 3. There's 11. I could have a top 10 here. And everybody died laughing. Brian Blessington was laughing when I was like, I could have a top 10 here. And so everybody's like, well, you should have brought your car. So it was a good time. Now, there's going to be some drivers going, well, Chuck, he can be pretty ugly. But no, he was really cool. The one thing I noticed about Stuart Speedway is in the pit meeting, everybody's talking to everybody. Everybody's getting along good. And you see a lot of fellowship between the A-mods and the sport mods and the sport mods and the sport compacts with the hobby stocks. You don't see that at a lot of tracks. In the track surface, you and I were just talking before we went to air. Some people were claiming that it was not the best. I thought it was pretty damn good. It was smooth. It was greasy. They watered the heck out of it, and I think that it was going to go dry, slick, and hard, but there was some humidity in the air that came back, and it cooled off. It really cooled off, and it got greasy. I'll tell you what, the hobby stock feature finish between Shannon Anderson and Jason Cole was one for the books. Yeah, there was your Anderson lovers, and there was your Cole lovers, and then the third group was, well, Anderson cheated or Cole did this. And I was like, you just watched and here's what happened. They were slide jobbing each other, running neck to neck. Anderson is on the very bottom. Cole's on the high side, and for the last 2 or 3 laps, they're like this. Anderson on the bottom, Cole's on the high side. Jason Cole in the 27 comes off the high side, turn 4. Shannon Anderson, you're running for the win, neck to neck. Dive bombs 3 and 4. Well, when you dive bomb 3 and 4 with a 3,000-pound car and you're on dirt, guess what direction the rear end's probably going to go? It's going to come out from underneath of you.
It's going to kick out from back you.
It's going to come out to the right side of you. So exactly what happened is the right rear of Shannon's came out, got up into the Cole. Cole's right there. They never lifted coming off turn 4 and went to the checkered flag. And Anderson beat Cole by a bumper.
Wow.
It was that close.
Nice.
And, and that was just good hard racing. And I looked at Chuck and I was like, wow, this is impressive. They've got a hobby stock special coming up. I can't remember the name of it. They didn't have a flyer. They have a special coming up here in about 3 or 4 weeks. One of the hottest sport mod guys I've ever seen. Really good car control. Hell of a driver. He's 14 or 15. Cole Ferguson in a 3F. Wow, can that kid wheel a car? That was really impressive. Ari Scouten, hands down. I talked to IMCA. He's coming to Denison, I think, on Thursday. He'll be up there.
Oh, Ari is?
Ari Scouten, yep.
Good.
We did some work on his car. Hands down, I think the best driving that he's done. Evan Nimitz was up there. Evan Nimitz spun out in the center of 1 and 2. The car kind of backed up, and Ari's left front caught it. Evan in the left rear cut Ari's tire down. It was just a racing deal. Nobody really did anything wrong.
Well, and as I'm looking at Stuart Speedway's website, stuartspeedway.net, the latest news is Shannon Anderson and Jason Cole side by side going by the start-finish line talking about that win
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think you're talking about the Jorgensen Custom Hace. I can't even read that word. It's kind of it's a weird. It's cursive. It's Swices. It's Sewices.
The sponsor?
Custom Hace. God, I come from the farm and I've never even heard of that. July 7th is the event. Is that the event you're talking about?
Well, no, it might be. But I thought their hobby stock special is coming up here in like 2 or 3 weeks. They've got like a $250 hard charger in that event. There was some stipulations there.
Okay. That mystery word.
The mystery word?
That I couldn't. The Jorgensen Custom Hay Services.
Wow.
If you look at the picture, it looks like a W. I'm sorry. That is a W, by the way. Anyways, off topic. I'm trying to track down this special event.
I got to meet some great people. Cole Ferguson and his parents. Got to meet Clint Llewellyn in the Sport Mods there. Todd Cooney. Remember that name?
Yeah. He comes and races at Denison.
Yeah, he wasn't there, but guess who was? His son. Funny thing, his son Sean Cooney and his mom was there. Sean Cooney was driving the 30 Casey's General Store Sport Compact. His mom's calling him Shawnee. And so I'm talking to him about the Legends of Tomorrow, and I'm getting his info and his email and stuff. And his mom looks over and goes, well, now, Shawnee, you're going to have to email Bud, okay, Shawnee? And I looked, I was like, I'm sorry, we're not calling you Sean Cooney. This Legends of Tomorrow is Shawnee Cooney.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks, Mom. But it was a fun time, and I tell you what, they don't screw around. They run a very fast, quick show. Granted, the car count was down, but it wasn't every class.
Yeah.
Top-notch facility, fun place. If you ever get a chance to go to Stuart International Speedway, you're doing yourself a huge disservice if you do not go there. Guess who else was there but not racing? We mentioned her earlier tonight. Tara Longnecker.
Oh, Tara was there.
Yeah.
All right. StuartSpeedway.com. Sorry, StuartSpeedway.net.
Yep.
That's where you can go for all race results.
They got a phone number there?
No, they do not.
Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping they'd have a...
Chuck Vanderhayden, 515-238-6945, or you can call the track phone, 515-360-1926. Just head to StuartSpeedway.net. That's the easiest place to go and get all the information. Yep. That's going to do it for us in the Slingin' Dirt. Bud, closing thoughts?
Kyle Petty, shut your damn mouth.
Yeah, quit being a dumb redneck, please. And all young drivers out there, don't take Kyle Petty as someone to act like.
Well, especially the up-and-coming female drivers in the dirt racing world, because if it wasn't for you guys, we honestly would be hurting for cars, and you guys are just as good as some of us guys. I mean,
exactly.
When it comes down to it, there is no male or female. We're just drivers. That's all that needs to be said.
Become a fan of the Facebook page, The Front Stretch, and you can get all the action for the Silver Dollar Nationals meet and greets, the Trevor Hunt meet and greet at Joe's Karting on July 18th.
More to come on that.
The SND3 meet and greet at Quaker Steak and Lube on July 20th. That's the Saturday, plus all the great events that we have going on throughout the area. Thanks for listening. We always appreciate it. And, hey, have a safe and happy 4th of July.
Blow something up.
Bye.
Blow something up.
Bye.
Blow something up.
Bye.
Blow something up.
Bye.
Blow something up.
Bye.